everybody, welcome back to Ninja Monkey Gaming. I am your host, Joe the Widget Wilson, and we are back for episode number 4. I am joined by my fellow co-hosts and my partners in crime here. Welcome to the show, Justin Blatecki, aka Nivosi.
Hello.
What's up, dude? How's it going today? Huh?
Good. Things are going good.
Oh, come on. I didn't want that to merge. All right, and we are joined by our fellow co-host in crime, the one and only James, a.k.a. Well, I'm here. Let's put it this way. James Debo, the Jam Evil. That's the one.
Oh. Unmute yourself.
You're muted, James.
Hi, welcome back. Ninja Monkey Gaming Show, episode 4. Hype?
Hi.
The mute talking. Epic.
Mute talking is classic. And we are joined by Stephanie, but she is having some audio issues right now with her microphone. Stephanie, do you have it fixed yet? I don't think so. Well, we're going to keep her in the call.
You can always go to your phone.
Yeah, we're going to keep her in the call, and hopefully she gets the audio situation fixed sometime during the show, so she can join us properly. And I would like to thank James for this pretty new format you guys are seeing on your screens right now. This was his idea, and it looks pretty good in my opinion. I think it looks a little bit tad more professional than what we did before, and so we'll just see how it goes from here on out in the show. Well, we have a big show set up for you guys today. The first thing we're going to get into is the gaming news. The gaming news is always the big news. Made no sense. All right, so what we have in the news today. I know I need to get like this news ticker type sound just to play for this. Yeah. Well, this is a really cool thing I want to bring up because me and James are both into Minecraft, and there is this 125 people currently that are building in Minecraft all of Game of Thrones on a server. The entire thing.
Westeros, yes.
And the reason I think this is so incredible is I've been wanting to do something like this for a long time. Get a bunch of dedicated builders together just to do a server like this would be so much freaking fun. What I would love to do one of these days, I have a video I'm going to show everybody here in a second, is I want to do Continua, my book, all done in Minecraft. But I would need to get a bunch of talented builders to help me, because I'm not that talented in design, in the making pretty. But on second thought, my main goal is my RPG server. James, I'm starting it up again this week. I'm putting it back up as often as I can, so you'll be able to log into it. If you guys want to know what the IP address is, just go onto my Twitter at thewidget, WIGIT, and I will post that up periodically. You guys can go on there. I'll let you guys know when the server is up. Go in there, play it, test it. It's in alpha right now, which means alpha phase. This brings me another point really quick before we go into the rest of this Game of Thrones thing here. How the game phases work. You have what's called the first step in the gaming design process is called, well, design. There you go. You start with what's called the MDD, the Master Design Document, which usually the lead designer is the one that writes this document. This document is the Bible for the video game. It outlines every detail about the game. And after that, it goes into proof of concept. Proof of concept is where the storyboard artists and artists get together to show scenes, landscapes, and things of that nature. And then it goes into what's called pre-alpha. Pre-alpha is when the game is not playable. It's in the building or construction phase. When you go into alpha, alpha literally means that it is at a barely playable state. It means you can play it, but on a extremely limited basis. And then you go into beta, or we call alpha beta. Alpha beta is a transition between barely playable to nearly the full game ready, or the full game to be tested. And that's when you go into beta phase. Beta phase is full game tested. Then the last phase of a game is called going gold, which is usually the last 3 to 6 months prior to release, when the game is technically finished, and all they're doing at that point is removing bugs. So right now my little Minecraft server is an alpha, so it's not complete yet, not even close. There's still quite a few zones. James got to see a lot of it when I showed him.
Hmm.
There's currently 3 zones, the 2 starter zones that are very small. There's quest chains you go through, and then the third zone's where it starts to open up more, and there's a lot more to the world to explore, a lot of hidden little secrets all over the place for you guys to find. And we're going to be doing that bigger and bigger steps and phases as we go in the different zones. And I'm going to recruit James to help me, and anyone else who wants to help me. I'm looking for designers. I'm looking for graphic designers, people who can go in there and build nice, build cool things, make it look awesome. That's where I lack. And then I'm hiring James here. I'm using my air quotes here, high as in hiring. I'm recruiting James.
It means I'm not getting paid.
Yeah, right. I'm recruiting James to be a technical designer, so he's going to help me with the quests and getting all the really cool features set up in the game and get it really rolling. So him and I are going to get together hopefully a few times this next week and start hashing that out. So yeah, but here, I'm going to switch you guys over to the video so you guys get to see this awesomeness that is this build they're doing for Westeros. They're calling it Westeros Craft.
Mm. Let's roll the video.
Welcome to Westeros Craft. A land of ice and fire. A community that has grown from half a dozen to measuring in the thousands. The meticulous creation of the continent of Westeros in Minecraft.
This is nuts.
Block by block. City by city. What began as a passion for the fans of the series quickly grew into an internet sensation.
At first it was just a few people, but once we kind of posted what we were doing on social media sites like Reddit, we got a huge following.
And there's much, much more to come.
So there you have it. Minecraft, Westeros style, if you will. So that is just nuts. I am jealous of what they're doing with that. And I can't wait to start my Minecraft server. I've been itching to do that again so much. So, yeah, it's a nightmare. I mean, we're running it right now on version 1.7.10. I'm kind of scared about going any higher than that because that requires so much different encoding. Rebuilding all the plugins, rebuilding the server background, it's just a nightmare and a half going up in versions. So usually, when you do a server like we're trying to build, which is a functional server with new features in it, like quest NPCs, rare items, things of that nature, you have to kind of pick a version and stick with it. If you go past that point, you're going to run into features not being able to work anymore because unsupported plugins that you're using in the background, things of that nature. It's a nightmare and a half. So I think we're going to stick with 1.7.1, 1.0, I mean, just because it's a working version. But anyway, about that news, what did you guys think of that?
Yeah, what they showed there was amazing. I mean, just visually stunning. Like the further you get away, the more realistic it looks. And I wouldn't doubt that they could build a whole game around this. If you took that type of map, like what they have built there, and employ your RPG kind of elements to it, that would be an amazing game. That would be so much fun to play. So I'm hoping that we can get this off the ground and make something maybe not as extravagant as Westeros, but and we can definitely get that off the ground. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited. Justin, you need to play Minecraft so you can do our server with us, man.
I play Minecraft. I'm just not good at making things.
Well, then come in and be an alpha tester.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what we need, because functionality. I mean, my son
I'm good
right
at
now,
breaking things.
my son is my #1 tester. He's broken the game more times than I can count. So every time he has to break it, I have to wind up resetting the character. Because remember, guys, this is alpha. There's still a lot of bugs in the background I am still working out of. And I've had a couple of times where I had to character wipe everybody. And that's going to happen. Where I'm going to have to wipe out your quest log, or I'm going to wipe out your inventory because there's a major bug that's causing everyone else to bug out. That's going to happen. That's a part of testing. Repeat, repetition over and over and over again. But, you know, any bit of testers we can get, the better. Just more areas to test and to see where we're missing things and what's broken, what's working. You know, what you guys like, what you don't like. We have I have a pet system in there, so you can actually tame a creeper if you wanted to go around and blow things up for you. You could tame any animal, and they each have their own skill trees. You can have them for PvP. You can set them up to be your tank. You can set them up to be straight damage. They have like their own skill trees and systems you use with points. So it's a really cool little feature. I think my kids love that the most. So, yeah, we'll get that started again. We'll show you guys more about it. Eventually I want to do a video of it, put that out there. So
We'll probably live stream it at some point.
I'll definitely be live streaming it. Yeah, live stream will actually work on it. Show you guys what goes into it. I mean, a lot of the work in the background I have to do because it's all based off of ACK files. So, but there's a lot of in-game coding that James can do for me. That's going to help a ton. And I'm going to use him a lot to build devious traps and puzzles for you guys.
Oh yes, oh yes, good times.
But the key thing
I
to remember...
don't want to allude to anything, but watch out where you step.
One of the key things to remember, James, is that when we're scaling up the zones, it's by difficulty. So it's still in the middle to low difficulty range. And when we get to the higher difficulty things, you might have 20-part quests that have insane puzzles that you have to get through step by step by step. If you miss one puzzle, you have to go all the way back to the start.
And you have to make sure that the puzzles know how to reset so other people can do them too. So that's going to be fun.
Stephanie had a news thing up here. And I'm going to just talk about it because it looks interesting. And I really wish she could have been here to talk about this with us, but she has a really bad PC, and I'm going to try to get a refurb PC for her as a gift one of these days, hopefully. They need it badly.
Yes.
But in the gaming news, Phil Spencer unveils new experiences for Xbox One and Windows 10 gamers. The article discusses basically how you will be able to play and stream with the Xbox One app from your PC to your Xbox One. You'll also be able to play with your friends together from both systems. She kind of stated that she overall sees this as being a problem for most gamers, such as World of Warcraft, League of Legends, and Minecraft, but assume that they have already bought or thought about this when they're developing it.
I actually really don't see that it would be that much of a problem with Minecraft. There's already an Xbox version of Minecraft.
Yeah. Well, there is a video here about
I
that.
I could see it being a problem for World of Warcraft and League.
How about I play this video really quick and see how, and just basically go from there.
Roll the tape.
Rolling the video.
Roll film.
your dubstep on.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty kick-ass song.
Xbox. PC. Crossover. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. But you know, the thing is that PlayStation 4 already does this.
Except it doesn't talk to computers very well. Not yet.
But you click a button on your controller and you're literally streaming. It's that easy.
Yes.
I know that Xbox is trying to catch up with PlayStation right now. Their numbers are catching up with PlayStation in terms of sales and things of that nature, so good for them. They did actually, it was in the news, they had the price drop that they had over the holidays, they're making permanent.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's good news, and because of that price drop, they are starting to catch up. Now people are wondering if Sony's going to respond. I got my PlayStation for free, so I don't care. Thank
Courtesy
you,
of Taco Bell.
thank you, Taco Bell. The one time I ate at your restaurant in a year, I won a PlayStation 4.
That's
I'll
amazing.
take it.
That's amazing. I still can't believe that happened.
I know.
you know-
when that tweet came across, it was just like, really, Joe?
I gotta tell the story, okay? I was out with Val getting Taco Bell. I had to go to a doctor's appointment for getting my testing done for all my blood work and everything. And I needed to eat something. I was very lightheaded. They took like a freaking gallon of blood out of me. And so she was like, "Oh, I want Taco Bell." I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds great." We went over there and like, "Well, what the hell? We'll give it a shot on the code and see what happens." We had the box lunches, got home, did my code on mine and said, "Sorry, you lost." Like, yeah, whatever. Val's phone, she goes on hers and does it, and oh, you're a winner. Go to online to register. She goes, okay. She put her information in. She goes, because you can win tacos, you can win other little things, not just a PlayStation 4. She goes, I wonder if because it wants our address, I wonder if we won something like a T-shirt or something, or a few tacos. So you guys on there and says, congratulations, you won the limited edition PlayStation 4. We're like, what?
Limited taco edition. It comes wrapped in a soft gel.
Limited edition PlayStation 4 Destiny bundle.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they said 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. It came here literally the very next week. It arrived, and I couldn't believe it. I was laughing for an hour after she showed me the message that we had won. But yeah, okay, back to the show. All right, so we're going to go, we have some really cool side topic stuff we're going to get into. But before I do, Justin, take it away with esports world, buddy.
Oh, there's been a lot going on in esports lately. Intel Extremes Masters Taipei started this week, and the League of Legends rounds of it have been going pretty much as I kind of thought they would after looking at who was participating. The two favorites are probably going to be in the semifinal, in the finals, because they're both in opposite brackets for the semifinals. And what I consider the two favorites for this tournament was AHQ and Taipei Assassins. So those matches, I believe, are tomorrow. And the StarCraft 2, that'll be going on through this weekend. They had the open bracket tournament, or open bracket parts of it, to go into group stage, and group stage started earlier this afternoon at, I think, 2 o'clock is when it started. And the open bracket was pretty much controlled by the Zerg players. So I'm not a big Zerg fan. I like Protoss personally.
So, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, there's 3 different races in StarCraft 2. There's Terran, Zerg, and Protoss.
Yeah, I remember that. There's another
Correct.
gaming term for Zerg, which is to rush.
Yes. It comes from
It does come from
StarCraft.
that, yes. Yep.
Yeah.
It comes from StarCraft.
That's true.
Also, last week I really wish I would have saw this for last week's show, but I missed the news coming out for it. MLG was in Aspen for the X Games, and this is Aspen, Colorado, not Aspen, Switzerland. They
Oh,
were there
really?
for the X Games, bringing you the CS:GO tournament they had.
Yep, I watched a bit of that, which made me want to get CS, and I realized it actually cost money, and I couldn't do it.
Yes, it's a very good game if you've never played it. It's grown immensely in the past year and a half. And the two teams that were there, one is a staple team, was huge last year, was voted esports team of the year, I believe, on one of the votings. And the other team was an open team that made it all the way to the finals. And they actually won it, which was Team LDLC. And they won a grand total of $25,000. The whole prize pool was a grand total of $50,000. The main team, the main name team is Ninja in Pajamas, and just about anyone who follows CS:GO should know them.
Ninjas in pajamas, huh?
Yep.
Pyjamas.
And Wargaming also came out with news today for their grand finals. It will be held in Warsaw, Poland, from April 25th through the 26th at Expo 21. They are also bringing in a new format change, which looks incredibly interesting. It should bring a lot more action into the game, because there is no more just sitting around waiting to be spotted. There's an attack side and a defense side. And it's 754 format now instead of the 742 that it was.
Can you explain that?
What it is... Well, hang on. I'm trying to pull up the link. It wasn't pulling up. And they also changed... It's not just 742 anymore, a little bit more to it. But the 742 format was you could have... There are 10 tiers of tanks. You were able to bring in... Most teams brought in 3 tier 7s and 2 tier 1s.
Basically, but the second number is the amount of tiers you're allowed to have total.
Yes. And now it's a 745. And there are only 2 permitted tank setups now. So that changes things dramatically. There's no more tier 1. Yeah, I have it up now.
I have the video queued up too if you want me to play it.
Oh, okay. Let me get through the permitted setup. The 2 permitted setups are 5 players on tier 8. So now they're mostly on tier 8s, not tier 7s. And 2 on tier 7s. Or you can have 6 players on tier 8 and 1 on tier 6. Okay, now you can play the video if you want.
Let's roll the tape.
I wonder if it has as awesome music as the last one.
No way. No way. But maybe.
Maybe.
But
I
maybe.
don't think it has music.
7 minutes into the battle, and not a single shot. No one has even bothered to scout from either team. Well, friends, the amazing tank standoff continues. Both teams are employing full defensive strategies. Oh, guys, come on. Destroy a couple of fences, maybe? Please? And the cap is on, the 90 goes for a proxy. The attackers put a lot of tanks in the northern base, where you see defenders reacting. Arty! The Arty reduced the cap, but no time to rest. Look at the action in the other cap. The OTTB is about to destroy a 110. Oh, just a little too short. The action just isn't letting up. The ice goes down and the 5100 is almost finished. Yes! Both teams' tanks are falling like dominoes. The 50-100 goes to the 90. They exchange shots. The 100 bests him. The IS-3 has to get the 100 before he can escape to reload. And he does! It looks like the 110 arrived just in time and can finish off the IS-3. But the T-49 from behind! It's a monster! Now it's one-on-one. T-49 versus Artie. HPs are low. He spotted him!
Okay, actually, I find that to be interesting. So basically, in short, what they're doing is they're trying to get rid of the stalemates that were
Yes.
occurring, and they're going for something
Which,
more
if
active.
you watched Grand Finals last year of of World of Tanks, there was a lot of them.
Okay.
I mean, the Grand Finals had a lot of stalemates last year.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch too many of the grand finals last year. I know our boys didn't do too hot.
Yeah, speaking of our boys, I have some sad news from Simp.
What's up?
In Mac G's interview with Clutch, he announced he's retiring from World of Tanks this year. This was his last season.
His last season? Well, the team's
Yep.
still going to continue, right?
Yes, the teams will continue. He's still going to be part of the clan. If you guys don't know, Simp is actually a clan in World of Tanks. It's a pretty massive one, too. I believe they have 3 teams now in WGLNA. Might be 3 or 4. Not exactly. I don't remember.
But their main goal team is the one that Mac G was leading. Me and
Yes.
Justin did a show called World of Wargaming that was basically all about World of Wargaming games, and we had him on our show once.
Yep. Great guy. Absolute joy to talk to. Very knowledgeable about the game,
Yeah.
which I would expect from a pro player, but still very knowledgeable.
Well, speaking of wargaming, one of our side points tonight that I really want to touch on is that me and Justin, I'm pretty sure James played it too, was World of Warships this weekend, which is a new game coming out by Wargaming. And basically what we want to talk about is why you should be interested in this game. There are a few reasons. My biggest reason out the gate is it's easy to learn, hard to master. Any game like that is going to be esports oriented.
Yes.
And I did talk to the devs quite a bit over the weekend, and they are very much, yeah, Justin's laughing, but I did. He knows. I talked to them quite a bit, actually, and they're very much gearing this game towards the tanks format in esports. That is their big drive for this game out of the gate. They made the mistake in World of Warplanes by not doing that right off the start. In fact, they still don't even have that system in place, and but they want to fix that by correcting that in World of Warships. World of Warships, I think, is slower paced, but it's intense. It really can be intense, especially with the strategy that can be involved. There are 4 types of ships that you have to work with, and each one adds a unique strategy element to the game. And they use a rock, paper, scissors format in the game as well. The rock, paper, scissors format is not a definite, but it gives you a good idea on what can do best against what, and so on and so forth, which adds more to the strategy. The 4 different ships they have are Destroyer, which is your high speed, high maneuverable, low armor, heavy armament ship, designed to take out the big hitters like the Warships, which is slow, low maneuverability, big guns.
He means battleship. by the way,
Battleships, that's what I'm going to say, battleship.
Battleship.
Battleship. So you have your destroyers, battleships. Destroyers come with, they have torpedoes as well as their main armaments. Their main armaments are pretty light compared to like the battleship, but the speed is what makes up for it. They can maneuver around a battleship before they can orient their guns on them properly, and launch torpedo after torpedo, just wiping the floor with them.
Oh, torpedoes. Oh.
Yeah, it took me a while this weekend, but I got good at them. And then you have your cruisers, which are your basic middle ground ship. they're very good at taking out destroyers because their guns can orient quicker. They have more of them, and they can do some serious damage to a destroyer quickly. So when I was playing my destroyer, I avoided them like crazy if I could. And then you
Yeah,
have
you did.
the interesting part of the game, in my opinion, is the aircraft carrier.
Yes. So much fun.
Tell us about those, Justin.
Those are probably going to be 1 to 2 per game, even on if they do a 7x52 format like Tanks is. There might be 1 and there might be 2, but I think they'll probably try to limit it to 1 because it's a full map view. They'll probably be the ones in command because you're kind of controlling your ship, but you're using the autopilot mode a lot because you're mostly micromanaging your planes. You have torpedo planes, dive bomber planes, fighter planes that are more to take out and protect your destroyers and battleships from the torpedoes and dive bomber planes.
You're right, though, Justin. I
There's
could see
tons of micromanagement in that plane.
I could definitely see the people who are in charge of the carrier doing the carriers be in charge of the actual team in like a tournament style play or match play because they have that full range of view. When I'm in my destroyer, which is my preferred ship, I'm all over the place. I don't have time to throw out strategy. I'm just gunning and running. So,
yeah.
But those are your 4 classes, and we can't go too much into detail. I can't like describe the maps and the game mode stuff like that. But I can tell you the graphics are extremely pretty, even in alpha. They are very nice. There are some graphics elements that are missing in the game still, which I'm going to tell you guys off the air, as I was told, which is going to be cool. There's a lot to it. It's simple in how you can actually work the warships themselves. I almost cussed there. Out of a typo, out of a verbal typo here. But there's a lot of a strategy that can be implemented and definitely takes a lot of time to get good at it. I had one three sync match the entire weekend. And I was proud of myself.
Well, you could have a lot of fun while learning. Like, you can jump into it and kind of get the gist of everything. You'll end up ramming into the land every once in a while.
Getting grounded.
Oh yeah, it's such a pickup and easy to learn game. It's just difficult to master it perfectly.
Yeah, if you're like playing a cruiser and you're after those destroyers, hope and pray that they get grounded because they're easy prey at that point. Mm-hmm. It happened to me too many times.
Otherwise, you're screwed.
I was like zooming in through my armaments, aiming at somebody,
torpedoes on them.
Not paying attention to where I was going. Yeah, it hurts. And hurting there is friendly fire, which I destroyed one of my own guys once who decided to go right in front of my 6 torpedoes.
I shot Joe once too.
Yeah, you did, you punk. Took half my health out. I look forward to streaming it. I was promised by the Wargaming staff that they will let me know as soon as we can stream the game and talk more about it. Basically, when I asked them what we could talk about, they said any information that we've already released is what you can talk about. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're doing. And you guys have any other info what you want to talk about on the game?
Micromanaging torp planes is hard.
I was just talking about it. The intro level of the gameplay, yeah, it's a little difficult. It has a little bit of a learning curve, but it's fun right from the get-go. And if you can get into the beta, you still have time. Definitely look for it when it comes out, when it's available. It's a lot better than their World of Warplanes, in my opinion. As far as fun factor goes, I'm having a lot more fun with warships than I did warplanes, and I was really into planes, so that's saying a lot.
Yeah, well, I think all 3 of us were at one point.
Yeah.
Well, I got a video to play really quick on this, guys. It's an early build look at the game, and it's part of their render trailer, but it's still a cool video. I'm going to go ahead and play that right now.
Roll the tape.
Roll film.
Rolling film. A lot of what you guys saw in that video was actually captured in game.
Yes.
So that's what the game looks like. It's no joke.
It does look good when you're playing. You know, the water effects definitely really top notch. I'm really, really impressed by it. So.
Yep.
All right, guys. So keep an eye on it. If you go to worldofwarships.com, you can sign up for a beta. I think it's closed currently, but they will be launching a closed beta soon. So keep an eye on that, and we'll let you guys know when it's out as well. It's closed beta, actually, not open. Well, what the devs told me is closed beta.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, we have another side topic on here tonight, and that is Killing Floor 2. What is this, James?
Killing Floor 2. If you haven't played the original, it's a co-op against AI monsters. They're called Zeds. They're not quite zombies. They're not quite
The Schlep.
monsters. What they are kind of these creatures that were born in a lab. There's a bunch of different types of creatures out there that you go around and pretty much just destroy. The whole city / world is overrun with these Zeds, quote unquote, and it's your job to take out endless waves of them to be finalized with one master Zed being one of the most difficult creatures to destroy. And it takes all 4 or however many the server holds people to take them down, and it's a lot of fun. The first one is a little bit dated now. If you go back and play it, it is available on Steam. It's very cheap. It's a lot of fun, but the second one coming out looks amazing. I'm just getting so hype about it, so excited. They are upping the amount of gore in the game. They're upping the amount of destruction as well. The new weapons, they look awesome. Just the character models and the Zed models that they're upping, it just looks fantastic. They're implementing what they call the meat system, which I thought was pretty cute for them to name it that. I think they were like, oh, look, all this meat flying around. Let's find an acronym for that, but it actually stands for Massive Evisceration and Gore, which is they are focused on this system. They're focused on this bloody, destructive, blood and guts flying over, arms popping off.
Yeah, I see that.
They're really going all out on this game. It really looks like a lot of fun. I mean, just the enhancements alone from the first game to the second game, they're really pushing for this amazing style of gore game. I don't even know what to call it. It's a first-person shooter, but I don't know how to call it besides just a blood and guts type of game.
It is a zombie survival-looking game. It really is.
Right, yeah. But, I mean, when you're playing this game, there's so many moments where you're just like screaming at the top of your lungs because something popped out of nowhere, or it's right behind you, or it's got a hold of you, and you can't do anything, and you're screaming for your friends, come help me. Like, oh, I've had so much fun in the first game, and they've always had
gross, man.
this unique system where they would come out with a Halloween pack and change the Zeds up and decorate the worlds, a Christmas style, summer style, so you can definitely expect to see that coming out from them. This is made by the same people that make Red Orchestra 2. They're called Tripwire, and the developers here are really top-notch when it comes to this type of gameplay. So definitely check it out when you get a chance. As you see in the video so far, it's really gory, really bloody, and we were guaranteed that not 2 kills are going to be the same. Each kill is going to be a new death animation based on the physics and what parts are going to be popping off these things, and it's like 2 kills, they said, never the same, which I thought was phenomenal. So
okay, this is just disturbing as hell.
The replayability of this game is going to be through the roof, so definitely check it out. It's expected to drop in March of 2015 this year, but there's no official release date yet. I've been on their website, checking their forums, their message boards, waiting for an official release date, but nothing as of yet. We're just getting these teasers, these trailers, and developer updates. So definitely check it out. I believe it's killingfloor2.com. So.
Yeah, it looks gory.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Not really my style of game, honestly, but more power to you,
If-
buddy.
I think we both might have to get this, James, and just stream it and just go nuts every time something happens because it's nuts just playing it without streaming.
Right, and this is going to be a mature audience's only type of game. That's-
Yeah.
um, really, streaming this would be great. I think it's time for me to get an upgrade just to get the full experience out of this, graphics-wise. So
Oh yeah.
this is the game that's going to make me want to upgrade my system, and I'm going.
I thought that would be your other game.
But KSP?
Evolve. No, Evolve.
Oh, Evolve, yes. But this Evolve I can play with my current machine, but this one I only want to play with ultra graphics because of the blood, the gore. I don't want to miss out on a drop. So they don't call me Jam Evil for nothing.
Yeah.
I think Joe's going to stay away from that one.
He was like,
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Yeah,
I think if we
no
buy
thanks.
a 4-pack and gift him a game, I don't think he'll play it.
You're probably
Yeah.
right.
We could have him play blindfolded.
Well, guys, there is a beta coming out. Actually, I believe the beta signups have started right now, and it's a game that I find very interesting. I am a huge Fable fan. I preferred definitely 1 and 2. Fable 3 was too much story-driven, not enough open world, too short. But Fable Legends is coming soon. Fable Legends is coming to both PC, Windows 10, and Xbox One, guys. And they are doing beta signups for that right now. I don't have the information exactly where that beta signup is, but I got a cool video for you guys to watch.
Ooh, let's roll the tape.
Rolling. Sound could be cool.
Sound would be cool.
Among the rolling hills and historic castles of Surrey, England, Lionhead Studios is working on one of the most beloved Xbox game series of all time, Fable. Now, we are proud to introduce Fable Legends and reveal that it is coming to both Xbox One and Windows 10 PCs, making it the first Fable you can play across devices.
We're on Windows 10, and that brings us a lovely, massive, great audience on 2 platforms.
I'm gonna shove this down your throat!
That sense of humor, that essential Britishness,
Who's ready for a little swordplay?
that is what we want to go back to Albion for.
This is going to be the most beautiful Fable that we've ever made.
Having DirectX 12 combined with the Unreal 4 engine we're using for Fable Legends gives us all the power we need to really deliver a truly amazing looking Albion.
Fable Legends pushes the bounds of multiplayer gaming by bringing these players together into one community.
When you're playing on an Xbox or whether you're playing PC with your friends or a mix, every possible combination that can allow you to play with your friends, that's exactly what we wanted to endorse and encourage in Fable Legends.
The experience translates very well between a console and a PC, so regardless of the device that you're playing on, you're still going to have that same great experience.
And no matter what platform you play on, everything that you have is shared across.
Now we're on an adventure.
The social aspects of live, the matchmaking, all the cloud features that we have, bringing them across both Windows 10 and Xbox One is perfect for us.
For the honor of Albion.
As one who always enjoys playing the villain, I'm excited about the 4 versus 1 style of gaming that allows you to play on a team of 4 heroes or
Play as the villain.
You literally have another perspective. You're looking down on the world from above, commanding kind of armies of creatures, setting up traps for heroes.
We have 4 heroes fighting cooperatively, taking on this one villain.
Let's get serious.
having the versatility to play both ways and get all the experiences of both offers, that's really what Fable Legends is about, right? Choice.
I like Sterling.
Leech. Leech is my hero.
I'm sort of a little bit like Glory.
I am Rook.
I'm a villain. That should be obvious.
We live as one. We die as one.
All for one. Or one takes all.
Alright guys, let's talk a little bit about this. For one, they're using the new Unreal Engine 4, which is an incredible platform for game building, really. It's the latest and the greatest. If you ever get a chance, look up production videos for Unreal 4 engine and see how realistic and lifelike it actually can render and process. And they're building a game on that. It's going to look pretty. That and using the DirectX 12 platform, which is what Xbox One and PlayStation 4 use, is going to be awesome.
The fact that this is completely cross-platform is amazing. It's definitely not the first of its kind, but it looks like it might be the best of this generation. So I'm really looking forward to that, to be able to play, because you play PlayStation 4. I have so many friends that play Xbox. I play primarily on the PC. So to be able to all play together finally on some sort of game is really exciting for me.
Yeah.
And of course, I'll be playing as the bad guy.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's awesome.
All right, guys. Before we get into the last bit of the show, what have we been playing this week? I, for one, lots and lots of Warships over the weekend, but that's now over, and I have a sad tear.
Aww.
Oh, I'm gonna miss it.
Sad.
That's why I've been depressed. I've been withdrawals. Actually, I've been playing a lot of Advanced Warfare with my son. Way too much. Way too much.
Have you made the second Prestige yet?
Made Prestige 2 this morning.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Well, having the worst day of my life in the game. I think my worst game today was 4 kills and 22 deaths.
Wow. It happens.
It was nightmarish. I wanted to throw my controller out the window. But I didn't. I had my son next to me, so I had to, keep it cool. Keep it cool.
Of course. Like, no big deal. I mean, inside, you're just like, I'm going to explode.
Damn you! Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. One of the things that's really funny about the game is if you're playing with a mic and you get killed, your microphone goes off in an area effect for a brief period of time. There's this one map called Riot, which is a prison. And on the prison, there's a little catwalk on the outside of the prison up about 2 stories up. And this one guy was up there, always up there. And me and my son made it a point all the entire game to kill him, because every time we did, oh man, not these guys again. Oh man,
dang nabbit.
Oh man, this guy sucks. Kimbo sucks.
So much fun.
He was hiding there. What? Oh man. And my son was playing the other night, and I was doing something on the computer, getting ready for the show, I think. And he was playing on Advanced Warfare, and there was this little kid, I'd say no more than 8 or 10. Oh man, suck. Oh man. Every time he got killed by my son, I couldn't stop laughing killing that guy today, over and over again. And he was dumb enough to keep going to the same spot for half the entire game.
Some people get accustomed to it. They're like, oh, I've had one match here where I've got 50 kills, so I'm always going to go back there, until people realize, that's...
He got last place in his match, by the way. He had 2 kills and 23 deaths. You're welcome, strange, mysterious, oh man, player.
I remember the first game I played that had that kind of system to it. I think it was Left 4 Dead on a custom server, and every time you like encap one of the survivors as a infected, one of the special infected, you get to talk to them. So you get to talk smack for a little bit as like you're the jockey riding on top of them and stuff. It was fantastic.
Apparently, they could hear me
Definitely fun.
laughing when I killed him too, when I had my microphone streaming. Because I had one guy after the end of the match like, "You suck, man. Just don't laugh because you killed me." I'm like, well, I took first place. I don't suck that bad. But I've had some killer games. There's one map I'm colorblind to sand, and it's all outdoor jungle type style, like Mayan style ruins. And I can't see squat. I can't see players on that. So before that game, before my son made me realize that I could do something to see very easily, I kept getting wiped out in this map. It's called Instinct. And I put my favorite, the AMR assault rifle, which is a 3-burst, I'm going to kill you rapidly style gun, with a thermal scope.
Oh, awesome.
As soon as I figured that out, the first game we played in Instinct Team Deathmatch, I walked away with 48 kills and 4 deaths.
Yeah, that thermal scope's awesome.
Scope OP.
Yeah, I've played a lot. I played a little bit of WoW this week. I actually got my Tankadin, my Paladin tank. I level up as a tank because he does so much damage doing that. I got him to level 98. So I've almost got him to 100 and he's my 3rd garrison I deal with every day. And I got my healing druid up to 90. Finally through that god-awful Pandera crud.
Milestone.
Yes.
Milestone achieved.
So I'm going to have my 4th garrison to deal with. But,
yeah, too many.
Yeah.
It starts getting out of control. You can't do it every day.
No. That
for sure.
was my week in gaming, in short. I did a little other things, like I played Black Flag. I still haven't beat it. Still play a little bit more of it. Play a little Destiny. But, yeah. What about you, James?
I have been going old school. I went back to DuckTales Remastered. If anyone's ever played on the NES, DuckTales, it was one of the original Capcom games, along with Mega Man, for the NES. Was a fantastic, fun game, 2D side-scroller. Was remastered by Capcom, so they kept the general style of the gameplay. It's all the same, but up the graphics, and I want to say the soundtrack for DuckTales Remastered, amazing. Fantastic. Had such a good time running through that game again. Exactly. Just the intro song. It starts off with an 8-bit intro, and it drops into this fully remastered theme song, and from there on out, the music it just brings you back. It's nostalgic, but it's been revamped to the point where it's just so enjoyable to listen to play through this game. And the replayability that they added into it, there's so many collectibles and stuff, it makes you want to play through the levels again. Because you can run through this game in a matter of an hour and a half, 2 hours at the most, if you watch all the cutscenes. But being able to go back and collect all the different portraits and additional unlockables is so much fun. It actually gives a reason for you to collect money for the game, as opposed to just collecting money just to get the better ending. In my opinion, DuckTales Remastered, if you haven't played it, it's been out for a while now. If you haven't played it yet, pick it up. Fantastic play. Very nostalgic. And if you've never played any sort of 2D side-scroller, DuckTales, Mega Man style game, this would be a good place to start. And it's a lot, like I said, very easy, a lot of fun. I've also gotten back into Yoshi's Island for the Nintendo DS. This is a game that's been released originally on the Super Nintendo.
Yep.
It was the sequel to Super Mario World. It was Super Mario World 2, and the star is not actually Mario, it's Yoshi. Yoshi has to save baby Mario from the clutches of Bowser again. But this time Bowser is young, and so is Mario. So Yoshi has to take him along. And this game, a lot of fun, 2D platforming, a lot of new. What's the word? This is when they implemented Yoshi being able to float and all that. And what they did for the DS is they just upped the graphics a little bit, but kept everything basically the same. All the way down to the annoying Mario cry, and
dear God,
nobody
don't play
likes
that sound
Yeah.
effect.
And will somebody shut that crying baby up? Somebody! And it's horrible. It's absolutely like the worst sound. I turn the DS down every time I lose Mario.
Try
until I
being
get him
a
back.
dad, because after you've been a dad and you've had a couple of kids, you hearing a crying
That
baby
noise.
makes every hair on your body stand up. You just want to go hide in the corner, like, oh my god, I can't take it.
So, but besides that one little thing, which they can't change, it's part of the game now. It's fantastic. It's a good playthrough. You don't have to buy the DS in the game. You could emulate this. It's on the internet. It's Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2. So really good. And I've been playing WoW again. Actually, I found out last night that I've been raiding with a guild called Wizards of the Coast. But they're not just a guild, Wizards of the Coast. They actually happen to be the makers of Magic the Gathering, the video game. Some of them are actually developers and programmers and friends and family, of course. But it's amazing that I got to pick their brain for a little. So hopefully I get to talk to them and see if I can't have them guest on this show.
That'd be fun.
Sometime in the near future to pick their brain on Magic and what goes into actually programming this stuff. So that would be great. And I have noted here that it's a small world, an even smaller World of Warcraft. So it's awesome.
Speaking of that, I am working on getting guests for this show as well. I am planning on getting some developers from Wargaming. If not developers, at least the community team, because they speak English and developers don't.
Primarily.
So I'm going to get some of the community team on here. Hopefully I'm going to get Gunlion on. I'm going to be talking to him at PAX East in March. Get Gunlion on when it gets closer to the game, able to be more released and get him talking about it, stuff like that. So we'll have that going on. And anything else, James, before we move on?
Nope, that's just... I've been raiding for weeks with these guys, and I didn't find out until yesterday. I'm just taken back from that. But no, that's all I have.
And speaking of the game, if you guys have never played it, it's a great game to teach you how to play Magic basics.
Mm-hmm.
The video game will teach you the basics of how to play Magic. It's actually really good. I've bought it every year for the past... since it actually came out. Since the first one came out. Not the first one in 1997.
Got it.
Right. Magic, the trading card game, is very difficult to play and to get into right off the bat. The video game sets you up with decks, cards, and if you try to do something that's considered an illegal move, it won't let you do it. So you get to learn the basics before looking like a dumbass going out,
right,
to play in a tournament or something. Yeah. So.
Yeah, before you go out to your local card shop for F&M, which stands for Friday Night Magic, and making yourself look like an idiot.
All right, Justin, what have you been up to, man?
I obviously did some Warships this weekend. I killed Joe once by accident.
Yeah.
Accident.
Well, you didn't kill me. You took out half my life. And then the guy that was fighting
one of my shots killed you. One of my shots killed you. I broke even that game after because I killed the guy after.
That's right. You turd.
Yeah. And I also started my streaming schedule, so Thursday I did some Shogun 2 because I couldn't get Civilization to load up, and it's now working now. It's now working. Now working now. Yeah, that's good. That's proper English there.
The English is good.
So I'll be streaming that this Thursday, tomorrow. And I will probably be making that into a Let's Play, so I'll probably be breaking the stream up into a few different segments, and it'll be on YouTube. And on Friday I did my League stream and did a few of my promos. I still have my promos remaining, mostly because I've been so concentrated playing CSGO. I'm still freaking Silver 1, even though that's the first rank you can get in CSGO, and I've been in that rank for about a week and a half now.
So you suck?
No, I've been topping out my board every freaking time. Pissing me off.
What are you, slug or something? Come on.
I need to see you stream this, Justin.
I'd like to see you try. CSGO is actually, it's gotten to the point where it's a difficult game. A lot of people are getting very professional with it, and it's not as easy as I remember. I used to play 1.6, and I can't play CSGO like I did 1.6.
That's Counter-Strike, people.
Different.
Counter-Strike.
Everything's a little off, so it takes a lot of practice. Yeah. It's a skill-based game.
It's definitely skill-based. It takes a lot of practice to get really good at it.
Which is why I want to play it.
Yes.
Not to brag, but I'm the only good game. The only thing I'm good at in gaming is first-person shooters.
This one will mess with you, though.
Actually,
because not all guns you can aim down your sight.
True.
It's all hip fire primarily.
Well, I do a lot of hip fire on Call of Duty anyway. But I was good at World of Warplanes. That's because I just practiced all the dang time.
Yeah.
That's because we were logging 6+ hours a day in it.
Yeah.
World of Warplanes was a lot of just technique and mastering the technique. So.
Yeah.
I was a turn and burn fighter.
Mm.
So.
As was I.
According to my stats, I was one of the best.
Boom and Zoomer.
Yep, like you and most everyone else.
Whatever.
That was the past, though.
Yeah, right. It feels like so long ago. I'm gonna
Warships
be dedicating.
is the future. The future.
The future is here. Or soon. Anyway.
Speaking of warship streams, what kind of ship do you like to captain? I'm aircraft, Joe's destroyer.
I'm into the fast ships. I'm into anything that can move quick. I've only really played up to tier 3, so a little bit in tier 4, but the Chinese line is a lot of fun.
Japanese?
So, Japanese. That's what I meant. My apologies, my Asian friend.
But, you know, you should join us on our team. We're going to do a team and do tournaments. So Justin's going to be the carrier, so he's responsible for giving us strategy or executing a strategy. I'm either going to be playing a cruiser or a destroyer. I think we shouldn't have more than 1 or 2 destroyers at the most. So
I don't know. We'll have to see how the formats work.
Right. We'll see how many ships you're playing with and who's going to be doing what and what builds work better together, what combination.
I was playing a lot of both cruisers and destroyers, so I get good at both. All right.
By the end of the weekend, I had everything up to tier 5. So.
All right,
it doesn't take long. It takes a lot.
We're nearly wrapping up this show tonight, and as we get into our app of the weeks, we did not get into it last week. I'm not going to do Stephanie's because she's not here to talk about it. But the one that I chose is the interesting one that's been out for a little while now. I'm not normally a fan of this game series, but this one does have my attention, and that is Angry Birds with Friends. And the reason why I like it is because it's a tournament that you play every week, a series of 7, and that was a gross video. It made my skin crawl. Holy crud. That was a nasty-looking commercial. I have this phobia about teeth. And they showed a tooth that with pits in it and everything like that, and it just grossed me out. Anyway, but this game is about playing against your friends on a weekly tournament. So you have a tournament against you and your Facebook friends. It's 7 different maps that you play, and it's all about who gets the high score overall. Now they introduced recently the leagues. So you play in a league as well against other players, up to, I think it's 30 people in your bracket. And it goes from Wood all the way up to Diamond League. And then you go... And then, so it's every week. The tournament ends at Monday or Sunday nights, 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2 a.m. Eastern, and you get coins for based on how well you do. So here is a video of it. This is the trailer. And I hear a cat. So that was Angry Birds. That's loud. That's Angry Birds with Friends, guys. You can see that James is playing it right now on BlueStacks. It's free to play. I haven't spent a dime on it, and I have 3,000 coins now. Because I won not only did I win my friend's league, but I won my league, my silver and my bronze and silver leagues. I won those both in a week in a row. I got first place, which I never thought I would do. Yeah, you can see James playing this week's tournament, which is based off of hockey. I hate this level, by the way.
I have no idea. I'm not that good at this game at all. So.
Actually, I found out I'm pretty good. But anyway, that is Angry Birds of Friends. I highly recommend it. I would give it like a 4 golden bananas, and only 4 because the physics are inconsistent and will drive you up a wall. One day you'll do the exact same move, it'll do something different the next day. So it's a little inconsistent, but it's a lot of fun. I do recommend it. And that is the app of the week, Angry Birds with Friends. Really quick, there are a couple games coming out. One of them is Grim Fandango Remastered. It's an interesting looking little game. I don't know too much about it, but it's from an old game that was an old indie game. They brought it back from the dead and they're redoing it. It looks interesting. Another one is Motorcycle Club, coming out for the PS4 and Xbox One, February 2nd. And by the way, the Grim Fandango came out yesterday, remastered. You can find that for PC, PS4, Vita, Mac, and Unix. And PS4, Xbox One is Motorcycle Club, February 2nd. It looks interesting if you're into motorcycles. It's your basic racing game. It definitely looks like an indie game. Doesn't look like it's done by a major developer. It could be a poo pile game. Really could. Judging by the trailer, the physics and the mechanics of the game look terrible.
Oh, I can't wait for a poo pile game.
Yeah. It's got an arcade-style mechanics. So no matter how hard you get hit when you're riding your 200-mile-per-hour Harley Davidson, right, you don't fall off, you don't budge. It looks awkward. Here, I'll go ahead and just show you guys a video really quick. Why not?
Roll the last tape.
Grooving to the music, James?
I was grooving. You're trying to catch me there. I seen that.
Yeah, it goes on like that for a while.
I love Road Rash. Give us some chains and pipes and stuff.
So you can kind of see why I would kind of consider this to be a poo pile game. It looks very much like it.
Yeah. I mean, if they added more into it, I mean, it looks like you just basically accelerate, brake, lean left, lean right.
Yeah.
It doesn't really look like you even brake. It looks like you just keep the accelerator.
Accelerate, yeah, the whole time, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what it looks like. Yeah. It looks horrible. Look at when he was going in that tunnel, getting banged up like that at 215 miles an hour, he would be dead in a heartbeat.
Yeah. And so would the people hitting him.
Yeah.
And hitting a little jump at 196 miles an hour. Yeah, you go a little bit higher than that and kind of flip and stuff. So,
You be dead.
realism, who knows? Fun, who knows? Well, it's yet to be seen.
We shall let you know.
Yeah, it looks horrible. We'll let you know, though. We don't have a review this week, guys. We kind of did little minor reviews here and there. But we do that periodically. Just talking about a game we've been playing, give it a little bit of a rating, that you guys know what we think about it. No official rating this week. I am broke. I can't afford new games. My apologies. But, you know, that's the way of life. That is it for us this evening. I want to say tell everybody basically keep on gaming and have a fantastic week. We'll talk to you next week.
See you next time.
Bye. Hopefully Stephanie's able to join us.
If you're watching this on YouTube, remember
We
to like,
missed
comment,
you,
subscribe.
Stephanie.
We miss you, Stephanie.